Again, hey folks, welcome back to part 2 of the bolting stuff onto my Ducati Hyper. So today I am doing front brake. I've got an upgrade for the front brake, which is this, the RCS 19 Corsa Corta Brembo lever. All these parts, oh by the way, I forgot to mention in the last video, all these parts that I'm putting on, they're all second hand. There is a couple of little new things, but the bulk of it is second hand. Any in Thailand that have got a Hypermotard, or even a Ducati, if you're interested in second hand parts, look up a guy on Facebook called Supwit Malatong. I may be pronouncing that wrong, in fact I probably am. I'll stick his name, the spelling of it, in the description. He basically buys and sells Ducatis, but what he does, I think he buys ones that have been like heavily modified or heavily farkled, strips all the fancy parts off them, sells them separate, and then sells the bike as a basic bike. I think that's what he does anyway. So I basically got all the second hand parts that I'm going to be fitting on on the last video, and the next, oh no sorry, last video was the coils, which no, I bought them on eBay from I think it was a seller in the States, can't remember. But all this other parts that you're going to see today and over the next couple of videos, yeah, they're all second hand bought from him. Let's say I'll stick his name, Supwit Malatong, pronunciation probably wrong, but I'll stick the spelling of it in the description below. Look him up on Facebook if you're in Thailand and you're needing Ducati parts. He's a decent lad, his prices are alright. Basically all the parts I bought, it would have been at least twice the price if I was to buy them all new. Right, anyway, back to it. Right, so yeah, cool. Corsa Corta Brembo RCS 19, a real one. That, obviously, the master cylinder and braided hose. So that will replace this, which is just the standard Ducati one. This, I mean, it's braided lines, but I think the way that banjo is, I don't think I'll be able to get it on to the other one. I'm not entirely sure about that one either that's on there, the one that I've got. So one of the things I bought was I bought a couple of just different banjos to see, you know, if I can change that one out. I might need to change that one out. So the cable runs basically from here, the hose, sorry, not the cable, brake hose runs down there, down into this hard pipe, and then down, and then to the ABS pump, which is down in there. You probably can't see it. It's like, I don't know if you can see where my finger is. It's right down in there. I'm hoping I don't have to take the airbox off, because I can see the bolt, the banjo bolt I need to get to. I think I'll be able to get to it down in that way with an extension and a wobbly bit. I should be able to get it, because I don't even think taking the airbox off probably wouldn't help, because it's not really the airbox it's in the way, it's the throttle body. So hopefully I can get to that. I'm going to have to take this front off by the look of it, because I need to get to the cable, the brake light cable, from the brake lights, from the brake switch, which I think the connector's in behind there. Now I'm having a look and I can't really, I can see 2 screws there, which I'll take that. I can't see, there's got to be more than that, surely, that hold this front clip on, this front part on. There's a clip or something there, I don't know, maybe that just lifts forward, but it seems a bit better stuck on than that. There's them there, but they're just into the black plastic, which doesn't need to come off, I think it's just the red bit. I think it is just the red bit, so I'll have a play around and I'll let you know if I find any more screws that have got to come out. So let's get to it. I'll not be able to see them. Basically up inside there, right in up there. Don't know if you'll be able to see them. There's one each side. Didn't see them before. Don't see any more bolts. Oh, there we go. Alright, so it's just, I'm trying to pull it, slide it forward. Kind of self-tapping screws, sort of idea. Lever come off, so brake fluid, I need to get the brake fluid out. So let's do that. Reservoir off, good, not over the tight. Yeah, it works, good far. These are, I think I'm right in saying these are M40 Brembo calipers, M40s. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So it's like we've got the banjo stroke bleed in once and that. So 40 mils to the banjo bolt itself. And what he's saying, when you bleed the brakes on these, you need to have the ignition on for the EBS pump. Do you know if that's right? Nothing over there. Okay, good. Yeah, fluid is a little bit cloudy, so let's see. I've seen worse, but I've also seen better. Right, so that's the brake switch disconnected. I've sucked all the fluid out of the line and the reservoir. So yeah, just leaves to now start disconnecting. Disconnect the brake lever and the cable and the hose, sorry, brake hose. There we go. Now obviously if anyone's doing this at home, yourself, I'm sure you know, replace the crush washers in your banjo bolts when you put them back in. 5mm Allen. And there we go, one original lever removed. I will stick that back on. So that's the new one, Corsa Corta. I keep going to say Costa Corta, like Costa coffee, but it's not, Corsa Corta. Losing my mind there. So again, this is second hand, and as you can see, it's already got, I'm not sure if I'm keen on them, but they are titanium. That's titanium, that's titanium. And I don't know if that's titanium as well, or just the standard, but it's been changed for a fancy bolt, if you like. Oh. What do you think, folks? So yeah, one a wee bit of issues with just the way that it comes off that reservoir there. You see, it's right low. So that hose that I bought, the hose that came on, again these are second hand, bought for the same guy that I bought the other stuff from. Yeah, so just the hose that I bought that I just showed you, this stuff, yeah, it's really thin walled, like and it turned bending and it was just kinking. So this is the stuff that came with the brake bleed kit. So because it's with a brake bleed kit, in theory it should be good for brake fluid. Let's see, but it's a lot thicker and it doesn't seem to be kinking like the other stuff was. So yeah, maybe I'll give it a go. I'll just keep an eye on it, but it certainly looks a lot better. Right, yeah, taking a lot longer than planned this, but I thought this would be nice and easy. Just a quick simple change of the brake hose and lever and we're done, and then bleed the brakes. Right, you want to look? Probably not, but you're getting one anyway. So RCS 19 CNC Racing reservoir and yeah, Errol's brake line. I forgot to move the wee yellow badge, I think. It's down that bottom end. Is it? No. Right, where is it then? Does it not have one? Did this one not have one? Maybe it didn't have one. But all fitted up. Banjo broke. Down. Should be plenty slack. Look at my battery. Should be plenty slack in the cable and in the hose. Yep. Plenty of movement. It clips in there, and this little clip's popped off. Clip it back in. Like so. And there. Need to adjust the clips a little bit. And that's it. Done. Done. Now to bleed them. Right, bleed the brake before I put it all back together. In case there's any leaks. So we'll get them bled. Leave that overnight and then I'll check in the morning. It's alright, you're looking at my belly, my big belly. I'll leave that, that's them bled. I've left it tied up so it keeps pressure on it and it should help any. If there is any little bubbles left in there, work their way back up to the master. I will, and then tomorrow what I'll do is I'll just bleed from there, from the master cylinder itself, and hopefully that should do the trick. But there's plenty of feel in it now. It's all good. So that was a lot longer than I was expecting. That getting that hose, the brake hose, tied back into the pump down there was a pain in the ass. It was a lot more difficult, but still I would have rather persevered doing that than have to pull off basically that you know, because it's I don't know, you might be able to see it. It's, you see that sort of blue, that's the hose, that's the banjo of the hose. That bit of blue you can see in there. So yeah, it was rather than taking, I would have had to take that off, probably that throttle body, and I think persevering just in there for 20 minutes, half an hour, however long it took, was a better option than that, than taking all that out. Right, anyway, so that's it. So yeah, I basically can put the bike back together now. I'm not sure if you'll want to see that or not. I've nothing, just a reverse of everything I've done. Get the tank back on. I can get the tank back on. The plastic's off. I need to run. I've got another little job to do. So anyway, right, I'll cut you loose for now for this one, because it's dragged on for just doing a bloody front brake. It is fairly dragged on, and but whether you'll see half of what, you'll not see most of it. I'll cut most of it out, but anyway, I'm rambling. Cheers for watching, folks. As usual, I'm no mechanic. I'm just YouTube trained, as they say. But give it a like if you want, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment if there's anything. Certainly if you think I've done anything wrong, by all means please leave a comment. I'm always open for learning, not just taking the piss, you know, not just go on just to have a, because you're a keyboard warrior. If you've actually got some constructive criticism, I'm all ears. If you're just going to go on and be an arse, then I'll just be an arse back. Anyway, speak to you later, take it easy, thanks, Chara, bye. Right folks, back again. While I was on brakes, just a quick one that I'd done. I didn't bother doing it on camera, because you've just seen me doing a front brake. The back brake's much the same, but with a back brake. So I changed the rear reservoir as well for just CNC racing, basically matches the one that I put on the front. And that was it. Alrighty. Anyway, later.